You're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we'll be designing another logo design. I got this logo design from Pinterest.com. So once you just search for logo design, you will see a lot of logo design there. So the one that I pick is just vector logo design. Some people can call it word mark logo design. You know, the logo is like from Word. They how can I call it? So let's get started. So you use text 2 to write out the text. Then you highlight it by pressing Ctrl A. Then you change the case by pressing Shift F3. So you change it to the font that you like. I give it a impact, but this font I don't like. I don't really like the font. I later use integral of what they call. So that is that is the font I later use. You can see that there is something like leg. That space that space between W and A, it looks like a leg, and that space between A and L, it looks like leg, right? So that's where we have to crave a leg out of of that space. You have to crave it out. This is when you have to use your creativity. So I have to control Q it because that's the thing. Okay, I have to firstly increase the space. So I have to convert it to curve by pressing Ctrl Q for me to make adjustments. You can see that that L in the original logo is not like normal L we are having here. So we have to control Q it to convert that L to curve. And don't forget, whenever you want to work alone on L. So without, if you don't control K, if you don't break this work you are seeing here, if you don't break it apart, there is no way for you to click on that L only. You know, you want to work on that L. You want to slant the backbone of that L. You want to slant it. So that's why you have to click on Ctrl K. Now I click on Ctrl K, I can pick the L only. So after that, I will now click on Ctrl Q. So that shape, I click on shift but it's not working. So I later click on Ctrl Q. So you can see it's not working. So Ctrl Q will make it to curve. The Ctrl Q is convert that L, normal L to curve. So after that curve, you can now edit it. Just follow me the way I'm doing it. So this is what you have to practice. It's not like you're just watching my tutorial. You have to practice because practice makes improvement. Once you are practicing something, you will be making mistake and you'll be improving. The way you are making mistake, the mistake that you make today, you will not, there will not be repetition tomorrow. And if there is any fucking mistake, you will quickly call yourself back that this I made this mistake yesterday and I found solution to it. So that's how you build confidence. You know, I'm not doing this thing for the I'm not this is my first time of doing it. So right now I can just go to the internet, look for any design and replicate the design. I mean imitate the design. So because the kind of so here I'm trying to look for shoe. So I have to put vector before I can see black and white picture. You have to put vector, shoe vector. So we have to keep on practicing so that you can have the courage to design anything. Like is it not last week one of my customer so he reach out to me and he want me to do this exact thing. Maybe it's a church program, church flyer design. So he reach out to me, she wants me to do the exact design. I think they need it like that. Maybe they lost the file of the original design. So they want somebody that can design the exact thing. Because of my experience, so I have to design is exactly. Although it took me time, it took me some time for me to get the resources, but later on, I finally get it and they really like it. Although we have to make some corrections all these things, but they later love the work sincerely. So once you are practicing, you are building confidence to do anything. Even if your client say this is exactly what I want, you can just feel like okay, I will get it done. So you can see that the shoe that I'm using is not the shoe that I'm using is very different. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Shoe is a shoe. So far, it is doing what we want it to do. So a shoe is a shoe. So you have to bend it. You have to copy it copy the shoe to the other side, then rotate the angle so that it can feel like it is working. That work you can see now like it is working for real. If a layman just see this thing now, one thing that this design must first is as a layman is to see that is this design responsive, is this responsive. So that's the thing. So a layman should be able to understand what you are designing as a logo. It's not about designing for yourself. Design for a layman. Let a layman understand what you are trying to do. For a layman, if a layman just see this is my logo design, you have to know that I'm trying to write work, and that leg, that shoe you are seeing, it it is implicating leg. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.